Man, look at the old geezer. Really carved me up good. I hope I don't bleed out and die in a place like this. Just once I wish luck was on my side. Guess I'd better turn on radio. The general's gonna hit the roof when he hears the news.
Kaiser, Benny, Captain Adam, Corporal, does anyone copy?
General?
Kaiser, where the hell are you? Why in the world is nobody responding?
We ran into a slight problem, General.
What problem? Get Captain Adam on the radio, now!
I'm afraid I can't do that, General. Every single one of your men is dead.
What? How? Kaiser, don't joke around, you psycho.
I'm not joking, General. The old man with Paul turned out to be a complete lunatic. He killed all your men like chewing peanuts. But don't worry, I finished him off. It wasn't easy, and I got pretty beat up, but he's pushing up daisies now.
Are you serious?
It doesn't happen every day, I know, but yeah, General. Dead serious.
All those men, Charlie, Adam, Jack, Hudson, are they all dead?
Dude was a literal walking death machine, General. He really tore me apart too. I'm bleeding out here. How soon can you send someone to pick me up?
Did you capture Duncan's son?
No. The kid emptied an entire mag into me. I barely made it out alive. Once I patch myself up at the base, I'll track him down no problem, don't worry. His mentor is in hell now anyway.
I see. But answer me one thing. Why are you still alive?
Could it be because I am better than your rookie soldiers?
You arrogant piece of shit. If you're so damn good, why did you gather everyone there in the first place? You begged for my soldiers, 'cause you knew you couldn't take him solo, didn't you? You used my men like pawns. Now you want to rescue like you did it all yourself?
Tell me, General, would you rather have me or those stupid soldiers?
I'd choose my soldiers 1,000 times over. Now, because of you, their bodies are going to rot out there. I won't even be able to give them a proper burial. I bet you didn't even bother grabbing their dog tags, you selfish piece of shit. The only reason I ever tolerated you was because you were the best at what you do. But you blew it, big time. Not only did you fail miserably, but I lost most of my men because of you. You psychopathic scumbag. I should have left you on that street to let your walker finish you off after eating your mother. You either come back here with Duncan's son, or my men will shoot you on sight. Do not call me again.
Damn, the old man totally blew his top. What the hell do I do now? If I black out here, I'm guaranteed walker food. Only one choice left.
Easy there, son. Your wounds haven't fully healed yet.
Where am I?
In the house of God. You survived a car crash by a complete miracle. We found you dying near the car and brought you here.
I remember, Gail. I was crying.
Don't worry, son. As I healed your body, I can heal your soul if you let me.
I don't think so. Who are you, anyway?
I am Father Kevin.
Nice to meet you, Father Kevin. I'm Gabriel. Look, thank you so much for everything you've done, but I really have to go now.
You aren't healed enough to stand yet, Gabriel. You must rest and give your body time to recover. Don't worry, you're safe here. We do not allow anyone to commit sins in the house of God.
Why are you helping me? Why didn't you just leave me out there to die?
Jesus Christ said, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind." This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. If anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need but has no pity on them, how can the love of God be in that person?
But you don't even know who I am.
The moment I found you near my doorstep, you became my neighbor, Gabriel. If you'll permit me, I would like to anoint your feet with oil and pray for you.
Okay.
As Gabriel watched in disbelief, the priest gently removed his socks and anointed his feet with oil. Gabriel had never seen such compassion, not even from his father. As the priest began to pray, feelings Gabriel had never felt before started to fill his heart.
Afflicted in every way, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not driven to despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Struck down, but not destroyed. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. Those who know your name trust in you, for you have not forsaken those who seek you. Heal the body of this young soul, relieve his troubles, and purify his mind, so he may have eyes to see your light and thoughts to understand your ways.
The priest's prayer had touched Gabriel's soul, bringing him in a real sense of peace. Gabriel felt every muscle in his body loosen, washed over by a profound sense of relief.
Now get some rest, son. From what I can tell, both your body and your soul have taken heavy blows. May God's mercy be upon you, Gabriel.
Thanks, Father.
Welcome back, Mom.
Save it, you useless bunch of trash. Wash this girl up nicely. Slap one of those bikinis from storage on her and throw her in a cell.
But, Mom, we're pretty low on water.
Shut the hell up before I knock the rest of your teeth down your throat. Just do as I say.
Got it, Mom.
Ashley, sweetie, don't make this difficult and just do as you're told, all right? I'd hate to see bruises on that gorgeous skin of yours. Appearance is everything to the buyers.
You disgusting creature. Do you really think you'll get away with this?
Are you in this situation because that man who harmed you was punished? Oh, come on. When are you gonna grow up? Open your eyes. You still don't have a damn clue what kind of world we're in. Whatever, take her away. If she won't shut her mouth, tape her mouth. If she doesn't cooperate, beat her where the marks won't show, like the top of her head maybe.
Mother, we're bleeding out on food and water. You can only keep this bunch of imbeciles under control as long as you keep them well fed. They're already grumbling.
The hell do you think I'm out there doing, Cedric? I'm busting my ass every day looking for fresh meat to auction off. We're gonna hit the jackpot with this girl. The supplies from her sale will feed us for months.
Yeah, I saw the girl. Her skin is flawless, completely untainted.
Cedric, I'm not gonna tell you again. Nobody touches the people we sell. Touch her and I'll gut you.
All right. I hear you, Mother.
Mom, a man at the gate wants to see you.
Catherine, how much longer are you going to keep me waiting at the gate?
Open the damn gate, you morons. It's Kaiser.
Well, hello there, Catherine, babe. How's life?
Hey, Kaiser. Good to see you, but damn, you're badly hurt. I've never caught you looking this wrecked before.
Yeah, got banged up a little. But trust me, babe, I've still got plenty in the tank to carve up this whole circus of idiots like hot butter. I need to stay at your base until I heal.
Why aren't you going back to the general?
You sly little fox. You just have to dig into it to jack up the price, don't you? The general and I had a bit of a disagreement. I need a place to crash until the old man regrets what he did.
This is gonna cost you a lot, just so you know.
Keep making me stand here bleeding and chatting, you old witch, and I'm gonna blow your damn base sky high. You'll get paid as usual, don't worry. Kaiser pays what he owes, and he sure as hell collects.
Welcome back to our base. Get Mr. Kaiser's trailer ready, put some food in the kitchen, and fire up the generator.
Thanks, Catherine, sweetie. Whoa, hold on a second. Good God. Well. Mommy's dessert is here. How on earth did you end up here?
You vile psycho! You're going to pay for what you did to my family.
This girl just keeps threatening everyone, but it's all empty words. Wait a second. Were you actually searching for Kaiser in the city? Poor Ashley. Do you know this girl, Kaiser?
Know her? You could say I introduced her to your world. I tore down her cozy little life and dragged her into the new one. So technically, that makes me her daddy.
You're disgusting, you psychotic monster!
Well. You're so much cuter when you're angry, baby. Wait until I heal up in my trailer, sweetie. You and I are gonna have a lot more fun together.
Just so you know, Kaiser, this girl is for sale.
Catherine, babe, choose your next words very, very carefully. I am a breath away from opening up your throat. Didn't I pay you a fortune for the people I bought from you before? I'm your highest bidder, your cash cow, and we both damn well know it. So you better act like it, and watch how you talk to me.
I'm sorry, Kaiser.
Say you're sorry if you don't want to end up a cripple. How's my new catchphrase, Catherine? Now hurry up and show me to that damn trailer.
This way, Kaiser. Is there anything else I can do for you, Kaiser?
Of course there is, Catherine darling. How about getting the hell out? Don't let anyone disturb me.
Of course, Kaiser.
When Gabriel woke up, he felt much better. He realized he hadn't slept this well in a long time. He finally had enough energy back to get on his feet.
Hey, excuse me. Where is Father Kevin?
Welcome to God's house, Gabriel. Pardon me for not giving you a proper introduction last night. I am Father Kevin. I've been the priest of this church for 35 years. Before the outbreak, this place was crawling with people every Sunday. But now our community has grown thin over time. Yet they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint.
Why didn't those outside talk to me?
You mean Gogbert and Ashmagog? I'm afraid those poor souls fell into the hands of bandits and were tortured brutally. They had their tongues cut out. I remember the day they knocked on my door, covered in blood like it was yesterday. I told them they could stay in the house of God for as long as they wished. After all, it is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in humans. That goes for you too, Gabriel. You may stay here as long as you desire and leave whenever you wish. If you rest here until you're whole, the Lord Himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged.
You saved me from death. I owe you my life. I can't thank you enough. Tell me, Father, what can I do for you?
Simply open your heart to what I say, and let me help mend the scars in your soul. Blessed are the merciful, for when they ascend to heaven with Christ, they shall receive mercy. Tell me, my son, what is this heavy burden that brings you to tears and eats away at your spirit?
I lost a close friend a few days ago, Father. His name was Gail Anderson. He sacrificed himself to save me.
Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. Never forget that, my son. In our faith, death isn't the end. Those we love rest in the hands of the Almighty. The wind blows wherever it pleases. You hear its sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it is going. We cannot control life, but we can endure what it brings. And the power to endure comes directly from God. Scripture tells us, brothers and sisters, we do not want you to be uninformed about those who sleep in death, so that you do not grieve like the rest of mankind, who have no hope. For we believe that Jesus died and rose again, and so we believe that God will bring with Jesus those who have fallen asleep in him.
Those are all just beliefs, Father. None of it is real.
Looking at you, your body is quite muscular. It's clear you've worked out and trained regularly. But tell me, when you were lifting weights and working out, didn't you believe you would grow stronger and build more muscle? Didn't you endure all that training because you believed you'd achieve a better body? Never forget, every reality is shaped not merely by action, but by belief. Gail sacrificed himself because he believed he could save you. He chose your life over his own. Is this how you're going to honor the gift he gave you? By getting lost, straying from the path, wrecking your truck, and throwing yourself away?
What should I do then, Father?
I cannot tell you what to do, but I can open doors for you. Whichever door you believe is best for you to walk through, I can hold your hand and walk beside you. Never forget, God is faithful. He will not let you be tested beyond what you can bear. But when you are tested, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Read this book, Gabriel. Let it give you knowledge. Let it clear your mind and bring peace to your troubled heart. After that, you can decide what to do, my son.
Thanks, Father Kevin.
Father Kevin's words deeply affected Gabriel. There was an absolute, unshakable faith in Kevin's words, and a magical peace in his voice. Gabriel had learned about world religions from his father, but Duncan had never told him any religion in detail. During an evening chat they once had, Gail had shared his own church memories. But compared to the Father Kevin's words, everything he had learned until now felt like a single grain of sand in a vast desert. The Father's wisdom, his guidance, and his sheer faith had found a way straight into Gabriel's heart. He wished he had a will as unshakable as Kevin's, and he began to read the Bible.
Are you cold?
Screw you.
Look, all right, I get it. You hate me, you want to kill me. Maybe I deserve all of it for what I did, but I knew your old father was hiding someone. I was looking for a kid in Louisville for the general. I assumed your dad was hiding that kid. How was I supposed to know he was hiding you?
My family was innocent. We were just trying to survive on our own. You slaughtered them in cold blood.
Did they really mean that much to you? I never had a mother or a father, so those concepts are completely foreign to me. I've always thought the whole mother and father thing was overrated. I mean, what's the big deal? They're just people, like everyone else. The only thing I had in my life was the general and his ruthless training. I was made to take lives, simple as that.
Bravo to you. I'm sure you passed your lessons with top marks.
I actually did. One time, the general dropped me out of a chopper into the middle of a forest with 0 gear. Took me 42 damn days to fight through the forest, survive the flesh eaters, and trek back to base. I was only 15 years old. The ruthless bastard. You should have seen the general's face when I showed up at the gate. I was young, but the second I looked at him, I knew exactly what he was feeling. Total shock and sheer terror.
Do you expect me to feel sorry for you just because you told me all this? The first chance I get, I'm going to kill you with my bare hands.
Nah, just got bored sitting in my trailer and wanted to pass some time talking to you. But fair warning, it's gonna take a hell of a lot more than bare hands to kill me. If only your dad told the truth, if he said that third plate was yours. See what lying leads to. Maybe then I wouldn't have killed your family. Or would I? I don't know. Guess I had a little too much to drink.
I hate you. I'd willingly go to hell just to watch how you burn there.
They say alcohol was created for the poor who can't afford revenge. You want some? Oh, come on, take a sip. It'll help. Life is really hard. Time moves slower when days are dark. Like they say, 10 minutes with a pretty girl feels like a second, but a second on a burning stove feels like an eternity. If you can survive this, these days will pass too. Don't worry. Whatever solution a person seeks for their troubles, only time ever truly solves it. Hell, who knows? Maybe you actually put a bullet in me someday. But answer me this. What are you gonna do after you kill me?
What will I do?
Yeah, if I blew my brains out right here, right now, what would you do?
I don't know.
See? Look at you. You're nothing but a toy being steered around. Before, it was your mom and dad pulling your strings. Now it's me and your obsession with killing me. Do you honestly believe you're living your own life? Do you really think you're free?
But you are free, aren't you?
Me? Oh, hell yeah. I am absolutely free. You don't get to live your own life or taste real freedom until you destroy every concept that makes you a human. That's why I felt nothing when I killed your parents. That's why I could slaughter everyone on this base right now and still feel nothing. But of course, I choose not to, because the people here are still useful to me. That's the difference between us. You are being steered. I am making choices. Now tell me, what would you do if I opened the door to this cage right now?
I'll try to kill you.
Even when you know it's impossible? You know damn well you can't kill me, but you'll do it anyway, won't you? Because you don't make choices. You're just being steered by others, and those meaningless thoughts you label as emotions.
Maybe I can't kill you, but at least I can try.
Hate to break it to you, babe, but trying is the absolute limit for you. Aren't you tired of people playing with you? Don't you want to find out who you truly are in this world? Don't you want to taste real freedom for once?
So how do I get this freedom? By butchering innocent folks just like you, and feeling nothing.
Nope, of course not. That was a chain unique to me, one I had to break myself. Your chains are different from mine.
Then how do I break my chains? How do I become free?
By taking my hand and come into my trailer with me. I'm the chain around your neck, me and this burning itch to see me dead. If you break this chain and come into my trailer with me, that's when we'll finally meet the real Ashley. Oh, come on. Stop being a cute little toy and take the first step into your real life. Grab the reins and start making choices.
Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I get it. Sounds totally crazy, right? But somewhere deep down, you know damn well this is the raw truth. Wow, for the first time, you said something to me other than, I want to kill you. I think you just broke the first link in your chain, Ashley. Do you want me to have them bring you a blanket?
Just leave me alone.
All right. Good night, Ashley.
The agony of losing Gale was still ripping Gabriel apart from the inside. He missed him terribly, clueless about what to do without him, or how to rescue his father. His wounds had not yet fully healed. There was no way he could set out on the road like this. Just like Gale, Father Kevin had taken him in and cared for him. Gabriel thanked for the good people still left in this lost world full of death. Then he stopped, amazed at himself. For the first time in his life, he had spoken to God and expressed his gratitude. Talking to God filled Gabriel's heart with pure love. He could feel the verses he read from the Bible changing him from within. Ever since arriving here, a warmth and serenity he had never experienced before had begun to bloom inside him. The old priest's guidance and those lines from the Bible were opening the doors to a brand new world for Gabriel. It was a world so beautiful that he felt certain he would find Gale again on the other side. God and fate were easing the pain of Gale's loss, because, according to fate, that was not a dark end.
How are you holding up, son?
I'm better, Father. You know, when Gale died, there was the sweetest smile on his face. I just can't get his face out of my mind.
To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. The dust returns to the ground it came from, and the spirit returns to God who gave it. I know in my heart, Gale is waiting for you in the kingdom, looking down on you right now, Gabriel. He might be gone from this earth, but so long as you draw breath and hold the Lord in your heart, Gale lives on through you. Besides, why should you ever forget that sweet, smiling face? I'm sure his soul departed this world in joy, reunited with his loved ones in the house of the Lord.
I feel the same, Father. Your words touch my heart. They ease my pain and give me a purpose.
As the scripture reminds us, greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends.
Hearing those sacred words, a solitary tear slipped from Gabriel's eye. Gale really had cared for him with all his heart and done everything for him. He had taken Gabriel into his home, told him stories of the old world, trained him, fed him, and created a sanctuary where Gabriel could feel safe, both in his heart and in this world. In the end, he sacrificed his own life to save Gabriel, showing him the greatest love of all.
Not every tear comes from pain and sorrow. Come on, Gabriel, help me prepare dinner.
Sure, Father.
Heavenly Father, we give thanks for the blessings you have provided. Bless this food to our use, and nourish both our bodies and our spirits through your grace. Amen. Aren't you eating your meat, Gabriel?
Honestly, I'm not hungry, but I'll eat an apple so you don't worry.
You're still not well. I suppose you just need more time.
On the contrary, I'm much better, thanks to you. I'm still grieving Gale, but now I truly feel his presence beside me. I'm not hungry because I'm very excited.
Is that so? Why are you so excited?
Father, I want to join your faith, too.
What a wonderful child you are. I'm so happy you discovered God's endless love inside my church.
Thank you, Father. Because of you, the doors to a brand new world have opened in my heart. I'm starting to see the world in a way I never thought possible. Thank you so much for everything, Father, for saving both my life and my soul.
Then let us baptize you first thing in the morning. I must prepare thoroughly for the rite of purification. Would you look at that? Your excitement has caught on to me, hasn't it? I honestly can't remember the last time I performed a baptism.
The happiness Gabriel felt was beyond description. Words simply failed to capture the serenity in his chest. Gail wouldn't be there to help him save his father anymore, but now the power of God stood by his side. With an ironclad will, he would crush the general's man just as Gale had done, and bring his father home. Gabriel felt himself drawing closer to God and his father at the very same time. First thing at dawn, Gabriel, the priest, and the acolytes had everything set for the baptism ceremony. As Gabriel stood waiting knees deep in the baptismal pool, Father Kevin began to pray.
O Lord God of righteousness, in your holy name I lay my hand upon this servant of yours, Gabriel Watson. He has sought refuge in your sacred name and earned the protection of your wings. Cast out every shadow of his past deceit and fill his soul with faith, hope, and devotion to you, that he may recognize you as the only true God. Give him the strength to walk in your light and live by your holy commandments, for in them lies true eternal life. May your ears ever be open to the cries of his heart. Speak, Gabriel. Do you renounce Satan, all his empty promises, and all his evil ways?
Yes, I renounce him.
Do you pledge your soul to God?
I pledge my soul to him.
And do you believe in him?
I do. I believe in him.
Heavenly Father, summon this servant of yours into your holy light and deem him worthy of the divine grace of baptism. Wash away his former self and rebirth his spirit for everlasting life. Fill him to overflowing with the Holy Spirit, that he may walk as one with Christ, no longer a creature bound to earthly flesh, but a true child of your heavenly kingdom.
The father submerged Gabriel in the water 3 times. Gabriel felt his old self sink into the water, while a new life of peace and light opened up for him.
Blessed be our Almighty Lord, who wills that all souls be saved and come to embrace the ultimate truth, both now and forever, unto the end of time. Amen.
Gabriel spent his last day at the church praying with Father Kevin. Tomorrow, he will set out once more to rescue his father. He was set to leave, but he felt a quiet certainty that as long as he carried the Lord's light inside him, no darkness could ever swallow his path. He still grieved for Gail, but he was prepared to lay everything on the line so that Gail's sacrifice would not be in vain.
I am so proud of you, Gabriel, and I feel that God has special plans for you.
Bless you, Father. Tonight will be my last night under your roof. Tomorrow, I must set out to find my father.
I know. That's why I had Ashmagog repair your vehicle. May your road be clear, and may God always be with you, my son.
Thank you so much for everything you've done, Father Kevin.
Truth is, I should be thanking you for wandering into our lives. Because of you, our faith has been restored, and we'll stand all the stronger for it. Now get some rest, son. You've got a long road ahead of you tomorrow.
Good night, Father.
Sleep well, Gabriel.
Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning, Kaiser. Look at you all geared up. Heading out already?
Yes, I'm fully recovered now. Don't worry, you'll get your payment. Next time I return, I'll bring a truck fully loaded with weapons and supplies.
Oh, please. Who said anything about worrying?
I know you're in bad shape. Your ammo and food are very low. Then again, no matter how much you feed these animals, their bellies never fill, and their breath reeks like an open grave. But don't worry, you and your kids will be living comfortably very soon. The general has deep pockets.
We use what we have well and trying to survive.
Just one thing, you won't sell Ashley to anyone. You'll keep her as my guest in my trailer until I get back. I'm gonna take care of business and be right back before you know it.
All right, Kaiser, whatever you wish.
Catherine, if a single hair on that girl's head is harmed, I will slaughter you, along with every last one of your kids, and feed you to the walking dead. You hear me?
Don't worry, Kaiser. No one will touch Ashley.
I don't trust you. You're a woman who sold her own daughters to vile farmers looking for slaves. So you'll have to excuse my doubt.
Everyone has to make choices just to survive. I may be a slaver to stay alive, but when I give my word, it means something. I promise you, I'm keeping Ashley for you. When you return with the payment, you'll find her in your trailer, completely untouched.
See that? Look how well we get along when you speak sense. I better hit the road now. Ashley, I'm taking off, darling. Catherine will take care of you until I return. I must find that kid Paul and take him to the general quickly. After that, I'll be back to take you away from here.
Go to hell. I'll never go with you.
Aw, why not? I thought you wanted to kill me. You'll have plenty of chances when you're with me.
God, I hate you!
I know, but I don't care. Goodbye for now, Ashley. Until we meet again. keep our deal in mind, Catherine. See you soon.
Safe travels, Kaiser.
Open the gate, milk boy!
Kaiser told me to put you in his trailer. You'll wait there until he comes back with the payment. See? Your luck's finally turning around. Not only did you find the man you were looking for, but you'll be treated better than any slave here ever was. Better than even my own daughters.
Your daughters? Did you sell your own daughters too?
What was I supposed to do? Stand by and watch the animals in this place tear my girls apart every night? I sold them to decent farmers at a good price, in exchange for a steady vegetable supply. Now they are with merciful husbands instead of being tortured by bandits.
What kind of sick monster of a mother are you?
I'm not wasting my breath discussing morals with someone who doesn't know how the real world works, Cinderella. Are you getting into the trailer or not?
I will never stay where that man stayed. I'd rather die. I'm fine in my cell, Catherine.
Wow, look at all that pride. Pride is the first thing you need to kill if you want to survive, Ashley. It's getting cold. Stay in that cell a little longer and get brought down to earth. Soon enough, you'll be begging me to move you to that trailer.
Gabriel, my son, are you conscious?
Father Kevin? Where am I? What is this smell?
Sorry for the shock we caused you, son.
Why did you lock me in a cell?
For centuries, people have searched for the tomb of Jesus Christ. Despite using state-of-the-art equipment, not a single trace of the tomb has ever been found. Why do you think that is?
Father, get me out of here.
Because his apostles devoured his body, fed upon his flesh, and quenched their thirst with his blood. The flesh and blood of Christ fueled the apostles' faith and filled their souls with divine love. That's the real reason we break bread and drink wine to this day.
That's not true. The bread and wine ritual is symbolic. It's a metaphor.
I choose to believe the disciples did exactly that, Gabriel. That is why I have followed in their footsteps for 35 years. And let me tell you, it truly elevates one's faith to its absolute zenith.
What? Are you going to eat me?
We will absorb you, my son, consume your flesh along with the Lord inside you. I am truly curious to taste your flesh. But do not worry, Charlie is before you in line. He wandered into our chapel about a month ago, looking for shelter just like you. I gave him the same holy baptism. Poor Charlie lost his mind. He keeps muttering prayers in languages we cannot understand. I suppose everything he went through was a bit too much for him to bear.
I can't believe this is real. No, no, no! I can't be going through this right after finding God. But why did you care for me so much then? Why didn't you just kill me and eat me after the crash?
We had no way of knowing if you truly walked with the Lord. We don't just consume anyone. We only feed on those who have embraced the faith, those who carry the divine light in their souls.
You psychopath scum. The last thing you see before you die will be my face, Father.
Let us not make this more dramatic than it needs to be, shall we? Lest you forget, it was through my grace that your pain was cleansed and you walked into the light. Didn't you thank me yourself just last night for saving both your life and your soul? Once we have consumed Charlie's flesh, it will be your turn. When the time comes, you'll give your life to me and showing me the greatest love in the world. So stay quiet and wait for your day like a good boy, or we'll just speed up the clock. After all, we didn't collect all those deep freezers for nothing. Though I do prefer to consume the victim's first cut of meat fresh before it ever hits the freezer.
You will burn in hell, Father.
With all that faith, don't be a child. Prepare Charlie. I'm getting hungry.
Ready for your salvation, Charlie?
Catherine!
Gabriel was in constant shock because of what he endured. He couldn't hold a thought and felt close to losing his mind. He remembered the moment he stepped outside the wall. He wondered if he would have taken that step if he knew this would happen to him. He couldn't believe he fell for psychopathic Father Kevin's lies. Yet those last few days had given him so much peace. The priest's words, the Holy Bible, it had all opened something deep inside him he didn't know was there. After being baptized, he felt filled with light and starting a new life. But now he realized just how short that new life was going to be. Ashmagog was constantly making trips down to the slaughterhouse to grab pieces of Charlie's flesh from freezers. Each visit to the basement brought Gabriel closer to death. The day they ran out of Charlie's meat, Ashmagog would come for Gabriel. He realized that when he died, there wouldn't even be a plot of land for his grave. His remains wouldn't rot in the soil. They'd be broken down piece by piece inside the bellies of Father Kevin and his men. Who knew where his bones would be thrown to wild animals? These horrifying thoughts, things that shouldn't exist in any sane reality, were eating Gabriel alive from the inside, slowly dragging him past the edge of sanity.
Ready for your salvation, Gabriel? Huh? What is that noise?
Gabriel, are you okay?
I'm not, Ember. Open this damn door.
Get back.
We'll talk later, Ember.
Where are you going?
I'm going to kill that priest. Wait for me outside.
Almighty God, I knew it! I knew this boy would bring the apocalypse. But why? Why have you forsaken me, Lord?
God turned his back on you because of your sins, Kevin.
After all the faith I gathered, all the faith I consumed, lies. I refuse to believe it.
Time for confession, Kevin.
This is impossible.
Ready for your salvation, Kevin?
You cannot harm me. God will burn you in hell.
Then I'll see you in hell, Kevin. How did you find me?
I never stopped following you since you left the wall.
Why didn't you come earlier?
You told me you never wanted to see me again. So I followed you from a distance. There was a man with you until the general's soldier killed him. I didn't need to step in while you were with him. I couldn't protect you like he did. I also knew the general's soldiers wouldn't hurt you. When you jumped into the truck and sped off, you got ahead. But I followed the tracks right to your crash. That's why I'm so late.
You saved my life, Ember. If you hadn't come for me, that priest and his sick crew would have killed me and eaten my body.
Wait, you're telling me those freaks were cannibals?
Yes.
Disgusting monsters! I mean, cannibalism? Couldn't you find anything else to eat? Go eat bugs, even that's better.
Ember?
Look at these lunatics. Yes, Gabriel?
Thank you.
No problem.
So, what do we do now?
My orders were to take you back to the wall and secure you, but I'm not going to do that. I know how much you want to save your father. Personnel at the general's base is unusually low. Looks like he deployed almost every soldier he had into the city just to hunt down you and that man. The organization is going to launch an assault on his base. This might be our last chance to eliminate the general. They want Gordon dead before his reinforcements arrive. Our men will be at the base in 2 days. If we hurry, we can reach them.
Why are you doing this? You will disobey the organization's orders.
I was always a loyal soldier to the organization. But being around you, it made me realize some forces in this world are just beyond our control. I hope you believe, even if only a little, that what I feel for you is real.
Then how about we have another talk, once my dad is safe?
With pleasure. My car is a bit far. Come on, let's hit the road. We need to catch up with the organization.
Okay, Ember.
Oh, and by the way, love the new look. Looking pretty badass.
Don't joke around, Ember.
I'm serious. Tough guy Gabriel on a quest for his dad. Coming soon to theaters.
Ember.
All right, fine. But seriously though, you look hot.
Ember, do you have any idea what you've done? Your orders were clear. You had to take Gabriel to the wall. By bringing him here, you directly disobeyed the organization. You know you'll be punished for this, don't you?
What was Ember supposed to do if I refused to go back to the wall? Knock me out and drag me all that way?
If needed, yes. By bringing you here, she compromised the entire operation. If my squads weren't already in position and ready to strike, I would have been forced to cancel the whole assault.
With all due respect, Commander, Gabriel has a right to be in the operation to save his father. If this is a rescue operation, of course.
What the hell happened to your loyalty, Ember? You had one job: follow your damn orders. Since there are things you are unaware of, I will refrain from using that comment against you in court, but don't speak further. Escort these two to the house. They will wait there until the operation ends. Guard them and do not let them out.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, Gabriel. Your father is in safe hands. I'll start the operation soon and bring him back safely. Please wait in the room for your father's return.
They don't give a damn about saving my dad. This is an execution strike on the general, not a rescue operation. I need to reach my father immediately. Damn it, we should have headed straight to the military base.
I'm so sorry, Gabriel. I didn't think this through.
It's okay, Ember. It wasn't your fault. Just like the commander said, there's a lot you don't know. This organization is full of secrets. What do we do now?
I have a plan. I will distract the guard at the door. You jump out the window and run. They will never shoot you. The commander's whole focus is on the operation right now. If you can escape, you can still reach your father.
No way. I'm not leaving you behind. Didn't you hear the commander? He said they will judge you. They're going to punish you. I can't just leave you in their hands.
Gabriel, listen to me. You have to go. If you stay, everything you've suffered, all the sacrifices your friend made, it will all be for nothing. Now that I finally found you again, the last thing I want is to let you go. I want to hold your hand and walk the same path by your side. I don't care about the organization anymore, but I feel deep down that we have to do this. If you stay, you might never find the answers to the questions in your mind. I'm the one who planted them in your head back at the wall. So please, let me do this. I want the Gabriel I met at the wall back, and I will do whatever it takes. Listen to me. Run and save your dad. Tear down the barrier between you two and clear your head once and for all. Then come back to me, and I will hold your hand forever.
Ember.
Come on, Gabriel. You heard the commander. The assault has probably already begun. We don't have much time.
Gabriel closed the distance between them and kissed Amber with pure passion. Now, Gabriel was also ready to do anything for Amber.
I want plenty more of that when you return, just so you know. Now pretend to sleep on the couch. The show begins. Guard! I need to go to the toilet!
Daniel, come up here. Ember needs the bathroom.
I can't wait. I feel sick. Out of the way. I'm going to throw up.
Come to me. I was waiting for you. You are so close. At last.
You're that boy, Duncan's son.
You scum. Tell me where my father is right now.
Why on earth do you want to find him? You should be glad to be rid of him.
What kind of soldier are you? Why did you kidnap my father?
To put an end to this nightmare. You truly have no idea who your father really is, do you?
Tell me where you hold my father, or you get a bullet in your brain, General.
All right. Duncan is in the lab upstairs. Your father took everything from me. My family, my life, my entire world. Now I'm going to take the person he loves most from him.
Don't do anything stupid, General.
If you know where to be stupid, you are smart enough. Even if I fail, I win, because Kaiser will keep you alive until he tortures and kills everything you care about. He will make sure you feel the agony of losing everyone deep in your bones, just as I did. When he gets bored, he will kill you slowly and painfully. I am sorry, kid.
General!
Paul, what have you done? We were on the good side.
Dad!
Gabriel, what are you doing here?
Welcome.
I came to save you.
There is nothing to save, son. Everything goes according to my plan. My men are taking control of the base.
You don't know me, but I know you very well.
Your men? What on earth are you doing with this organization, Dad?
Gabriel, are you all right?
I could be better.
Since you know the organization and found this place, you found my hidden room in the basement and decrypted the drives. Well done, son.
I want you to tell me everything, Dad.
No! You are not ready for this. Don't worry. I will tell you everything when the time comes.
Let me tell you who I am. I am the mother of the girl you mercilessly killed. My poor daughter was waiting for me in front of that house. You stalked her from behind like a predator. You watched her like an animal in a zoo. Did you really think we were dead? My daughter was not dead. She just couldn't control her body. She just lost control of her own flesh. Given time, she would have adapted, just as I did. She would have regained control of her muscles. But you stole her from me, without regret and without blinking.
Shut up. I'm begging you, shut up.
Gabriel, who are you talking to? Son, look at me. Are you okay? What is happening to you?
I hear the inner voice of this walking dead. She's talking to me.
She's talking to you? How is that possible?
Now your face is in the minds of guides like me and the armies of dead under our control. You will be hunted everywhere you go.
Dad, what is happening to me? Please, tell me. Break the invisible barrier between us and let us finally be a real father and son.
No, Gabriel, I can't. There are things you wouldn't understand. Things that would push you away and make you hate me. You can only understand me with time, not now.
I can handle the harshest truths. I am no longer the Gabriel you abandoned back at the wall. After everything I've been through, you owe me this much.
No, Gabriel. Stop insisting.
We will turn both you and your father into walking dead and make you our slaves. Every day, we will tear off a piece of your flesh and force you to feed it to each other. Do you know what the worst part of being a walking dead is? You can still feel the pain. Without killing you, we will make you eat each other every day. Just like you are doing right now.
Shut up!
I am sorry for you and your daughter, but do you think you're the only one who has lost someone they love? Living or dead, it makes no difference. We are humans. We either love each other or we kill each other.
The mutated one is hurting you badly. Give me your gun.
Until we meet again in another body, farewell.
Dad, either you tell me everything right now, or I run so far away you'll never find me, and I'll hate you forever.
Paul, enough. Stop this right now.
Not Paul!
I am Gabriel, and you will tell me what is happening to me and why I hear the inner voice of this walking dead.
The only equation I could never solve was you and your behavior, Gabriel. You want the truth? Fine. I will tell you the truth. And then you will realize how powerful a bond lies are, how they bind people together far better than the truth ever could. I am the director of the World Health Organization. 25 years ago, our president, Anton Lecter, and I took over the organization from the previous leadership. The majority of our directors are doctors and scientists, but we have people from all professions, and we train new ones for the new world.
Then why all these soldiers? Why all this secrecy? Why does the General hate the World Health Organization so much? After all, isn't your goal human health?
You misunderstand me, son. We are not concerned with human health, but rather the health of the Earth itself. Humans are just a small part of the world.
What do you mean?
For years, humans polluted the world and destroyed nature for selfish goals. They wiped out hundreds of animal species and spread across the planet like cancer. Human cities appeared on the face of the Earth like tumors, growing larger every year and throwing climate balances into chaos. Humanity had become so blinded that they unknowingly reached a threshold. Either the Earth would perish along with all life within it, or the World Health Organization would take action. We knew this day would come, but no matter what we did, we couldn't stop mega corporations and deranged world leaders. According to our calculations, life and nature would be completely destroyed in 527 years. We had to intervene and bring the human population under control. But all the research conducted since the organization was founded had hit a dead end, just like humanity itself. Gabriel, I told you I used to be a doctor, though I still am one, but I never told you my field of specialization. I'm a microbiologist, and as you know, microbiology studies microorganisms, like bacteria, protozoa, yeasts, molds, fungi, and viruses.
So you made the Nox virus.
We didn't make the Nox virus, Gabriel. Yes, for over a century, the organization had been developing a virus as a last resort to bring the human population under control. But we hadn't come anywhere close to something like the Nox virus.
Who made the Nox virus then? Or was the General holding you here to strain a deadlier, upgraded version of it?
No. The General wanted me to synthesize a vaccine against the Nox virus. That way, his soldiers could fight the walking dead without fear. A virus cannot be defeated with weapons, only with a vaccine that grants immunity.
So did you succeed in making the vaccine here?
We already have the vaccine, Gabriel. It's safely locked away in the organization's cryogenic vaults.
What? Since when?
We have been stockpiling the vaccine for 20 years.
What do you mean? You had the vaccine all this time and you sat in your base watching people kill each other?
Humanity or the world? The choice was simple, but it was never wrong.
Then if you didn't create the Nox virus, who did?
Viruses are not considered living organisms because they are not free-living entities. They can only replicate and carry out metabolic processes within a host cell. To do so, they require a living organism, such as a human, animal, plant, or bacterium. The Nox virus is a DNA-based virus. Once inside a host, it splices its genetic code directly into the host's DNA to force replication. As viruses replicate, they can mutate and evolve into entirely new strains. What we were working on was a mutation of the HPV virus, which was our most promising candidate. For years, we worked to shape the HPV virus into the form we wanted. We ran experiments on over 200,000 living cells, but we failed. I remember conducting experiments in the lab for 3 days straight without sleep. You were just a 3-month-old baby. I was so exhausted that I barely dragged myself to the couch in the break room. It probably took me 5 seconds to fall asleep. But that evening, I had a very strange dream. In my dream, you were lying there covered in blood. As I ran to you, I realized my heart was beating like crazy in reality, not just in the dream. I tried to scoop up the blood pooling on the floor with my hands, but you were bleeding so fast I couldn't keep up. Then I suddenly woke up and couldn't move for a long time due to the shock. This wasn't just an ordinary nightmare, and I spent a long time trying to figure out why I had such a dream. I kept going with my experiments, but my mind was on that dream. Then an idea suddenly hit me. It was insane, but I needed to know the truth, to understand why I had that dream. I went up to your room and took some of your blood. When we exposed the HPV virus to your white blood cells, there it was, the Nox virus, right in front of us.
What do you mean? You're telling me the Nox virus was born from my blood?
From your DNA, Gabriel. I hold no religious beliefs, but I swear on my life that what happened was nothing short of a miracle. That is why I named you Gabriel, after the Archangel Gabriel.
According to religious lore, Gabriel's duty is to blow his horn and ignite the apocalypse. Gabriel blows that horn twice. The first blast brings the end, wiping out all life between the skies and the soil. With the second blast, all beings are resurrected and the afterlife begins. Primitive as those beliefs may be, they fit our situation so poetically. The wall was never just our home in the forest. The wall was your genetic code. You were the last wall between survival and total extinction of all life on Earth. You brought the trumpet for us to sound, Gabriel, and we simply played our part. The first blast was the Nox virus and the purge of mankind. The second blast is the vaccine we engineered against it. The vaccine is as flawless as the virus, but we only gave it to organization members. Thanks to you, the Earth is saved, and human greed has come to an end. Every living creature on this planet owes its existence to you, Gabriel. And now, the new dawn of humanity we forge with this vaccine will walk hand in hand with nature, guarding this planet for eternity.
I can't believe this.
I always told you that you were special, and I was serious. Do you know that when a human turns into a walking dead through the Nox virus, their oxygen consumption drops by 90%? The Nox virus had another outcome we never anticipated. Vegetation began regenerating at an incredible speed, spreading rapidly across the land. Nature began reclaiming the concrete, devouring those cancerous human cities brick by brick. Thanks to you, over the past 20 years, greenery and trees have begun breaking through even the paved asphalt roads. If this pace continues to accelerate, our calculations show that in approximately 73 years, forests will completely replace cities, leaving no trace of the old world behind.
Then, how many people died?
Can't we just leave that unsaid, son?
You said you were going to tell me everything, Dad.
Approximately 5.5 billion people lost their lives. We estimate that the current human population does not exceed 2 million.
5.5 billion human beings dead because of me.
Don't think of it like that, Gabriel. Those people were going to die anyway. What difference does it make if they died 10, 15, or 20 years sooner? Aren't we all going to die eventually? What matters is that when we die alone, not destroying and killing the planet with us.
Do you actually believe what you're saying, Dad?
I don't believe what I say. I know it is true. I am a scientist. I can prove everything I said if you want.
So, how did you make the vaccine?
With your DNA again, of course. However, your genetic code refuses to be cloned or synthesized under lab conditions. Every single protocol corrupts it. Do you remember those mosquito bites on your arms, hands, and feet?
Yes?
Those were not mosquito bites. I put you under anesthesia at regular intervals and took your blood to make the vaccine. I sent your blood to the organization base regularly. That is why you are vital to the organization. Unfortunately, according to my calculations, we'll have to keep harvesting your blood until you hit 62. Only then will we possess enough vaccine to fulfill our objectives. Actually, if we compress the extraction cycle, we could cut that timeline down to 55. But to pull that off, we'll need to keep you on a strictly monitored, nutrient-dense diet.
So, you've been milking me like a cow ever since I was a child?
I warned you, Gabriel. You refused to listen. I told you that the truth would hurt, that it would make you hate me. Don't you understand? Our mission stands far above earthly and human values. Yes, you are my son, and even if you no longer believe it, I love you so much. I would die for you. But this is a duty that nothing can escape, a duty no father and son can hide from. Go ahead and hate me, fine. You might be justified, but justification is relative. Truths, when supported by proof, become indisputable facts. Are you happy now that the invisible barrier between us is gone, Gabriel? And yet, how beautiful we looked from behind that barrier, didn't we?
What if I don't want to come with you?
Look around, Gabriel. How many of us do you think you can kill before you get hit with a tranquilizer?
Just one. You, Duncan.
I would gladly embrace that with open arms. I would far rather be killed by your hand than die in any other way. We made our plans, and everything worked like clockwork, except you. The organization needs no one else but you. I have already dedicated my entire life to you anyway. Taking my life in reality cannot truly hurt me, son. Commander, is the base cleared?
Yes, sir.
Did anyone escape?
No, sir. All soldiers have been eliminated.
What about the general?
The general was already dead when we found him, sir.
Damn it. I wanted to kill that old fool with my own hands. Commander, I want the battle and damage report on my desk when I return to base.
Understood, sir.
You will have plenty of time to think about this, Gabriel. Don't worry, your wounds will heal in time. When we return to base, we need to research how you hear the Walking Dead's inner voices. I hate unsolved events not in my plans. Commander, the General's scientists learned far too much. I need to give a final speech and eliminate them. Wait for me here.
Yes, sir.
Run, Paul! Nobody catches you before me!
Gabriel was dead inside. His feet were carrying him toward Louisville. Yet he was so deeply lost in the darkest corners of his mind that he couldn't see a single meter ahead of him. After escaping the military base, he spent a long time dodging his father's men and had no time to think. Now that he had finally shaken them off his trail, he was left all alone with himself. $5.5 billion people, Gabriel thought. He knew it was a huge number, but he couldn't comprehend how big it was. Even the Nazis had slaughtered 6 million people. History books recorded that between 60 and 85 million lives were lost during the Second World War. Even the Black Death had caused the deaths of 75 to 200 million people. These numbers were very small next to the 5.5 billion. Gabriel still couldn't process how huge that number is. To understand better, he decided to make a calculation with time. He would compare 1 million to 5.5 billion. He calculated that 1 million seconds equaled roughly 12 days. 5.5 billion seconds, on the other hand, was 174 years. 174 years. The moment the calculation landed, the tether between his brain and body snapped, leaving him paralyzed on his feet. As tears streamed down his face, his body trembled, gradually returning control back to him. Gabriel cried until his soul felt torn apart, until his strength was entirely drained. How deeply he had grieved when he lost just one person he loved. The loss of 5.5 billion people was now driving him straight into madness. He no longer cared about anything. He felt nothing but sorrow. His grief was so immense that if one were to measure it, it would far exceed even 5.5 billion. His gaze had grown vacant, and his soul had become completely transparent. If he had died at birth instead of his mother, more than 5.5 billion people would be alive now. Cities will still be shining bright, just as he had always seen in his dreams. That will still exist, but it will be nothing more than a natural part of life. Yet his own world, devoid of life, was made only of death.
Anton, do you copy?
It's good to hear your voice again, Duncan. But are you going to explain why you told Gabriel everything?
I don't know.
You don't know? Interesting. That's the first time you've ever said that. How can you not know, Duncan? Without the wall, every single one of our plans collapses.
It won't collapse, just delayed. We have enough vaccine to initiate phase 1. Don't worry, I will bring Gabriel back soon.
I hope so, Duncan. I hope so. The entire world hangs on the wall. By the way, I've received excellent news from our units across the other continents. World powers are starving for the cure and falling in line with every demand we set. Germany, the UK, Italy, Spain, the rest of Europe, Russia, China, Canada, Japan, Australia, and countries across South America and Africa have all confirmed they will accept our conditions unconditionally.
That is very good news.
Anyway, let's focus on securing the wall for now. Without him, we are ruined. I know you will handle this matter personally. We must continue vaccine production.
Don't worry, Anton. I have a plan for this, too.
Good. I eagerly await your updates. Good hunt, Duncan.
Why me? Gabriel thought. Did he commit a heavy crime in another life? He tried to speak to God, but as always, God maintained his silence, watching Gabriel from above. But were all those people he killed watching him too? Gabriel started to fear death. He was terrified of facing the billions he killed when he died. He wondered how many of those people he killed were just children. He hadn't even seen a single child walking dead. When he realized the sad truth, his heart hurt more. Anyone infected by the Nox virus who couldn't outrun the horde was completely devoured before the virus could reanimate them. The reason there were no children walking dead was likely because children didn't have enough flesh to survive the transformation. Every child's final resting place was the stomach of an adult walking dead. Gabriel realized he had sentenced countless innocent kids to be eaten alive at the very start of their lives. He carried that crushing thought, powerless to do anything more than bleed under its weight. Gabriel thought of his father. He remembered his childhood memories, his father's lessons, sharing meals, fishing together, sleeping under the open sky. None of it had been real. The man who raised him to be honest had lied to him from the very beginning. Now every single memory with his father was tainted. Thinking of the past made Gabriel sick. He hated their forest house, and his room felt disgusting to him. In that very room, who knew how many times his father had drugged him to harvest his blood? He recalled how, no matter what they did together, they could never keep the mosquitoes away. Despite all the remedies and tricks, the mosquitoes kept biting Gabriel. At one point, Duncan even said the bites might be an allergic reaction. A bitter smile appeared on Gabriel's lips, and a tear fell from his eye. Gabriel made his decision. He was going to end his life. If what he had been through was life, then he was now terrified of living. He was scared of dying too, but what worse could happen? He was so tired now. He couldn't find the strength to breathe. He wanted to rest, and he knew that to rest, he would have to die. He tried to sleep it off, to find solace in slumber, but nightmares haunted him in the dark, leaving him waking up suffocating, cursing himself for ever closing his eyes. Wandering through the Louisville, when he stumbled upon a towering skyscraper, he knew that the moment had arrived. All he wanted to do now was look one last time at the world he destroyed before jumping from the top floor, to look and to apologize. Looking at the world from the top floor of the skyscraper took Gabriel's breath away. Despite all evil and death, the world looked so beautiful. A sweet, cool breeze gently caressed his cheek, blowing his tears away. He imagined himself in the old world on this roof with Amber, watching the view. How beautiful it would have been. How happy they would have been. From the deepest depths of his heart, Gabriel told Amber how much he loved her and silently whispered his goodbye. Looking down, Gabriel's blood ran cold, but he felt no fear. There was nothing left in this world that could scare him more or hurt him deeper. In fact, as he measured the height with his eyes, he felt a sense of relief knowing it would be a quick death. He imagined jumping from the building. Thought about what he would be thinking as he jumped, keeping those thoughts to himself like a secret. Ashamed, he apologized to every single soul he had killed. He was living end of his moments. Since all hope was lost, the end had finally come. He wiped his tears, took a deep breath, and...
Stop. Don't do it. Is your name Paul? Paul Watson?
Yes? How do you know my name? Who are you?
I'm your mother, Paul.